And it's morning. I rested through the entire night. We're back in this new, strange land that I don't fully understand just yet. But I suppose that's not really the point. The point is that we need to make ourselves stronger. I have a bad feeling about this, and it's been compiling over the night. In fact, it was hard for me to even sleep last night. There is a sense of dread, and it just keeps growing, and I don't know why. But something isn't wrong with this world. And I don't think it's what we've experienced so far. For now, we need to go mining, which in of itself is a danger. I mean, granted, there's only the normal enemies, but nevertheless, I do need to be careful. I'm also kind of curious as to what this is. Oh, it's that house again. Oh, I guess no time like the present time. Actually, what type of resources did we get yesterday? Yeah, we've got a small amount of iron, nothing great. 20 iron ingots. I don't think that's going to go very far, though. But regardless, well, this is disappointing. Regardless, though, we need to collect resources, and we need to collect a lot of them quickly. I don't know if we're on a timer like we were in the last world. And I don't know if God is here yet. I haven't seen any signs of him, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not here. I found an egg. That doesn't necessarily mean he's not here, though. We need to find a decent mine shaft. Hello. And then find some valuable ore. Luckily, those strange spells that added limitations to us don't appear to be present in this world. There's a dog. Do I have bones? I do have bones. No, not that. Come here. Be my friend. Yes. Man's best friend is a good old dog. And they will help me to fight and survive. Or at the very least, they'll be cannon fodder. Hi, I can crawl. Good boys. Or girls, I don't know. I don't judge. I don't assume gender of the dog. I have 4 puppers. That's probably going to be enough. Luckily, we did get us some spells. Now, I can't use them in their current state. Well, I can, but it would be a waste. And I'd rather not waste these spells. But this does also mean that I need to choose a school of magic to specialize into. And I don't know what school I want that to be. It's an important decision, because once we choose one, we're going to be heavily capitalizing into that school as much as possible. Of course, it also has the added effect of we have to hunt for specific buildings. Specific ones we're more likely to find than others. Oh, there's a structure over there. Oh, there's lots of cobwebs here. It's an abandoned mine shaft. We could potentially... Oh, it's an overgrown one. But we could potentially find some very valuable resources down there. Alright, dogs, come here. Come here. Come on. Wait, I only see 3. Where's the 4th one? Sit. 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 All of you will be staying here. Last thing I need is to be losing you guys. Okie dokie. Let's go down into the mines. The odds of us getting back out are unlikely. Well, this is... Oh! It appears as though some ancient wizard teleported a rock into this thing. I feel like I've gone too far. Things are exploding. Oh, look on the bright side, there's a chest. Take the coal. Gold is always useful. Another spell book. Rice is always handy to have. I hear a slime. I see a slime. The slime sees me. Hi, buddy. You're not nearly as scary as you seem to think you are. Saplings are annoying. Very dark down here, even with my torch's light. Bombs. Some extra arrows. Perhaps we could find a use for bombs. Also, that's not arrows, that's torches. What is that? Magma block. I don't think that's going to be useful for us. At least not with the purpose that we are trying to accomplish. Coal, however, will always be useful. A diamond! Some gold and another backpack. A panic necklace. Doesn't seem to be very valuable to us. Lots of torches as well, which is always helpful. Sounds like the denizens of the caves are nearby. Not overly excited about that. And it appears as though we've reached the end of this mine shaft's main corridor. We need blocks. Do I have any in my backpack? No, not particularly. We'll have to use stone then. Well, that didn't work. We have some iron. It's so difficult to see in here. Foliage is so thick you can barely even see what's around you. This, however, appears to be promising. And indeed it is. Probably just get rid of all of this cobblestone, just to make sure I get every scrap of iron. Every tiny amount is going to be invaluable at a later date. No matter how minuscule it may seem now, every bit of resource is going to be vital in the future. I think that's all that there is here. A champion has arrived. Luckily, he's far away from us. We don't have to worry about him. Those should definitely help with mining. Given the mining right now is our primary purpose. Into another one of these overgrown offshoots, which goes directly into a stone wall. Not ideal, but there are others. We're not completely out of luck. Although it would certainly help if we could see a bit farther. A bit deeper. Back to the slime. Is that gold? It is gold. That mining speed is already helping greatly. Luckily, we have a large amount of raw iron on us now, which is always a good problem to have, if you could even call it a problem. We're going to need a lot of basically every resource. Certain ones we're not going to actively be going after right now, though, such as copper. We will be needing large amounts of copper at some point, but for right now, we don't need it. Not only that, but copper seems to be fairly common, just like in our last world that we had to run from. Couldn't go too far. I might lose the mine shaft. If I lose that, I'll lose the dogs. Probably should have brought the dogs down with me, but it's a bit too late for that now. Let's see. We came from this way, I think. There we go. How many different ways to go? It's like an endless labyrinth. That appears to just be a rock wall. Most likely a collapse. It's whoever made this. Another area with iron. Why would the former inhabitants, the former miners, leave behind such vast resources? It doesn't make sense to me. Unless something forced them to abandon this place. I admit it isn't the most resource-rich of locations, but I can't imagine why any prospector would leave such a moderate amount of resources behind. This doesn't bode well for us. If this is an omen, it's a fairly bad one. Even more iron. Something definitely happened here. This amount of iron, whilst being a fairly common resource, I can't imagine anybody would leave behind this much. Something happened in this world. And I have a bad feeling we're gonna find out what. And when we find it, I don't think we're gonna like the answer. The fact that there are signs of these abandoned mines that are so valuable and rich with resources still standing here has to mean something. I truly have no more sticks. Because if I break some of these leaves, they'll give me a stick. Hello, friend. Why are you here? How did you get here? Are you the prospector of this mine? Do I need your permission to mine here? What do you even have? Nothing of particular value to me. I apologize, friend. Make us a new pickaxe. I hear a skeleton close by. I'm sure that can't be good. But look on the bright side. The amount of iron we now possess is truly incredible. We should probably look into capitalizing on smelting all of this up. Simply having iron is not useful, especially if we do not smith it. Yet more iron. What happened here? Perhaps this was just coincidental. This appears to be barren as well. I'm getting all turned around now. I don't know where we've been and where we haven't. Yet another dead end. Here we go. Back to the main area. Be gone with you. What I'm more intrigued about now is what this underground structure may be. What secrets does it hold? I wonder. Let's see, the mutated wildlife is still around. Concerning, but oddly comforting. To know that this world isn't quite so different from my own. I do wonder if I'll ever be able to go back home. The place that we just left. Or if that world is forever lost. What is this? What a strange room. A chest. My. This does appear to be some quite valuable loot. Whilst it may reduce our visibility, I believe that in the long run, this will be a smarter decision. Ah, I can get gunpowder from these. Interestingly enough, now that I think about it, I believe such structures were in our old world as well. How interesting that there are so many similarities. Ah! He hurts. He hurts a lot. Unfortunately, bread is probably not our best choice of provisions. But it is, as of the current moment, the best that we have. More of these spawner fragments. I'm sure that they will have something valuable at some point. Ah, brewing stand. These will come in handy. Of that, I'm certain. It even came with a small supply of potions. Such things are never a bad thing to have on hand. Wait, where did the brewing stand go? Ah, we already had one. Wonderful. Unfortunately, it is incredibly dark down here. We can hardly see what stands around us. Flash potions of healing. Arrows of healing. That would most likely be very valuable against the undead. Well then, this seems dangerous. So much gunpowder. I wonder why whoever created this place would leave so much of it behind. Never say no to an anvil. I learned this long before my adventure started in my old world. There are barrels here. I wonder if there's anything valuable. A name tag. Some golden carrots. Those are valuable. A very nutritious source of food. Unfortunately, it appears that's all that we're going to get from this location. Yet another dangerous room. Oh! He is dangerous. He is incredibly dangerous. And he's down. These aren't particularly powerful. Although he did give us a diamond. That, in of itself, is valuable to us. However, the amount of damage that he did to us is concerning, to say the very least. If creatures of such power exist regularly within these mines, this could be more dangerous than I first assumed. These ones do not seem to be as elite as their diamond-armored counterparts. Many riches in this chest. I wonder what I can craft with such fragments. Surely there must be something important with these. Otherwise, why would they exist? I suppose simply a byproduct of destroying the thing that they were comprised of. But I feel like there's more to them. Bit of a break of the immersion. That's a problem. Well, at the very least, it's no longer a problem. Perhaps not in the way I would have wanted, but nevertheless. The problem has, in a form, sorted itself out. Perhaps I should be lighting the area. It certainly does help with visibility. That I can confirm. Interesting. There is already forged iron. What is this beast? And why is it here? A skeletal horse. How utterly bizarre. I do not know why you exist, friend. But I assume you're fine as you are. You don't seem to be bothered being down here. And I have no way to take you back up with me. I just realized. How am I to get back to the dogs now? Powerful equipment. Honor frame. Interesting. I wonder if I can replicate this. Perhaps make equipment for me to wield. Such bonuses would definitely be of great assistance. What great amounts of light these create over such a vast distance compared to when I hold them in my hand. How utterly bizarre. Ah, you're still here. How rude. Hi. You don't appear to know how to get out. Oh, this does not seem good. I never was much of a fan of children. As awful of a comment as that sounds. Perhaps I should take some of these potions. They could prove useful. That being said, they do not appear to heal as much as I had thought they would. But perhaps not. What is this way? Ho ho! What riches have we found? And what horrors guard them? They certainly do not appear to like me. But I suppose that's fine, as I do not particularly care for them either. Be gone. Surely there's another one. Ah, there is. Another armored one. This could prove troublesome. He wasn't so bad. Yet another armored one. I do not know who would have armored such horrors. And I truly do question their intentions. No good can come of such creatures being armored. That being said, the horde that they protected does make sense as to why they would be armored. First raw diamond. I wonder what other treasures we'll find down here, deep in the depths. For now, though, we'll simply just pillage what we can, and then move on. Yet more forged iron. A trident. How interesting and bizarre that such a thing is here. I personally would not think to find such an item so far removed from the ocean. Well, life certainly finds a way. Even if said way may not be exactly the best of situations. It appears that we go down. I'm not sure that I want to go farther into this place. We've already come so far as is. Yet more of these strange barrels. I also hear one of the mutated fauna close by. That is not an exciting prospect. Yet more of these fragments. I believe that for now we should head back. I do not wish to leave the dogs alone. Furthermore, I fear that I will not remember how to get out. In fact, I fear I may already be lost. Ah! Our entry point. Luckily, we have the necessary supplies to get to said entry point. There we go. And thanks to our incredible athletic abilities to be able to crawl, nothing should be able to follow us. Ah, yes, the bombs on legs. I remember you well. Things were always a pain. Bite! There was a second. I have discovered this. There, in fact, was a second. Up we go. Let's see if we can get out. Hopefully these are vines. They do appear to be vines. Ah, most unfortunate. Ah, but here we go. Hello, dogs. Let us be on our... Why is it purple there? Let us be on our way. It is incredibly purple here. Is it because of these petals? Do petals glow? Such an odd comment for me to have to make. Ah. More of the undead. Wonderful. Come along, dogs. Perhaps not my smartest moment. Is this yet another mine? It does appear to be. Provisions. A furnace. I wonder, where does this lead? Why would such a trap be laid? That being said, I will not turn down the gunpowder. There's truly nothing here. Well, I must say, that's rather disappointing. Rock salt. I wonder, what can I do with this? Might as well gather some. Quite a lot here. Furthermore, why does it glow like this? Ah, it doesn't glow. It's simply just an odd yellow color. How utterly fascinating. Ah! Day is broke. The unholy abominations of the night appear to not like that either. Yet another common similarity we have with the former home. It does please me to know that there are so many things like our home here. I wish to explore that place. Although perhaps I should not. The location gives me a sense of foreboding. I'm not entirely sure why. Wait, these look like paths. Where do these lead? Lost for words. Bizarre. Odd looking tree. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to investigate. They often say to trust your instincts. My instincts are telling me two separate things. That I should avoid this place, and that I should explore it. I do wonder which is the one that I should be listening to. Oh! Ah! They don't appear to like dogs. They appear to be skeletons of some degree. They also appear to have thorns. I'm not particularly fond of that. But, that being said, I can think of worse. I would appreciate it if you would not attack my dogs. These warriors appear to be everywhere. Not exactly a comforting thought. Ah, they're coming from above. This will certainly hurt my armor. Do not appear to like me, nor do they appear to want me here. Even more. Yet they protect quite the hull. Explosive arrow. Certainly sounds like it'd be useful, but it also sounds like it'd be very dangerous. Perhaps it's best we not mess with such items. I wonder what this will show us. It shows us a location. It's a treasure map. It doesn't show my location, though. Most unusual. I haven't the faintest idea of which direction I'm supposed to go. For now, though, I think we'll simply just stow that away. If I remember correctly, we did have a buried treasure map. This, too, appears to not show our location. I wonder why that is. Suppose for now we'll simply stow the both of them. They were certainly dangerous warriors. Had I not been equipped as well as I am, I likely would have lost the battle. There appear to be sheep nearby. I do need some meat from said creatures. What a quaint little location. I apologize, sheep. I do not have a choice. I suppose I do have a choice, but... we all possess a choice. Unfortunately, sometimes, the choice is made for us. I do require pigs as well. Let's take stock of the meat that I do have, though. I need one of each of the primary animals. Means I believe I just need a pig now. Perhaps it'd be best to just take them all. I require chicken, pork, and mutton. And I require it in semi-decent quantities. I do not need vast amounts, but I do need more than one. Terrain truly is treacherous. If I'm not careful, I could get myself hurt. Furthermore, the animals could get hurt as well. What is this? Some sort of ruined structure. Well, the dogs are already hurting themselves. You're nothing more than fools, I hope you know that. I'm not giving you the cow meat. I'm not giving you the beef. I need it for... that's dangerous. This place is truly treacherous. We should move to a different location. I wonder, why do these exist here as well? Are they somehow connected to God? Truly hope not. If they exist solely because God exists, we will have an issue. We need to get out of this valley. Come along, dogs. Let's see if we can find a way out of this valley and onto flatter terrain. What a utterly bizarre tree. They normally don't grow so large. Fortunately, night appears to be falling again. I appear to have fallen into a hole. Foolish dogs. If I could find yet another one of those structures, that would be wonderful. Whilst I have no interest in murdering yet another man, much less a pyromancer, I will do what has to be done. Alright, I hear one of you crying. Come here. You appear to be sufficiently fed. Come along. It is rather concerning that this place is so barren of animal life. I do not know why it is barren of animals. There appear to be fish within the water, but no cattle that roam the land. Such things are concerning. Well then. Ah! Rotten flesh. I've been throwing it away up until now, but I suppose now would be a good time to be gathering it. I'm sure the dogs would eat this, as cruel of a thing as that is. Yet another cake. Ah, good. More carrots. We only had one left. Alright, dogs. Oh. There. I truly do wonder, why is it that these plants possess such bioluminescent ability? It is utterly bizarre to me. Does such flora exist within our world as well? I do know that there was flora that was bioluminescent, but not every single flower that I come across was. This area is hazardous. We need to leave. First. There. I believe that should be a sufficient amount of mutton. Another one of the walking bombs is over there. We should probably capitalize into having some sort of ranged weapon. A bow seems like a good idea, but getting arrows could be quite tricky. Yet more treacherous terrain. Incredibly treacherous, I might say. We appear to be safe here. Becoming more and more dangerous. Perhaps this would be a good place to rest for the night. Dogs should be fine outside. The denizens of the night seem to only be hostile when I am present. Being said, if I go high enough, these dogs have a strange habit of suddenly appearing. Case in point. Well then. Unfortunately, dogs, I have not gathered the necessary resources to heal you yet. Paper and wool. I'm also confused as to how you fell from the sky. But then I suppose you dogs always did have such strange abilities. Arms and legs are annoying. Vile mutated animal. For now, we should stay here. I believe that it is time that we rest, especially with the loss of 2 of our dogs. Whilst they will eventually replenish their numbers, it is nevertheless still tragic. There's a strange feeling in the air. I can't quite describe it, but it almost feels as though time itself is being altered in some fashion. I truly do have a bad feeling about this world. I believe as time goes by, it will get worse and worse. But for now, we rest.